Are you guys hungry at all?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you guys not to eat pizza.
I did not have any pizza.
Oh, I already ate pizza.
So I want to do a little bit of housekeeping today, if I may, Gus.
All right.
First of all, in the past, I've talked about how I have a supply of emergency things at my house.
Has to be a gimmick and is not actually for real use.
What does that mean?
There's no way you believe that one day you'll need
Have
that.
I ever brought you over to my house and shown you my emergency supplies?
I bought emergency supplies recently.
There you go.
Look who
at
you're
that.
company with.
That's right. Responsible, mature adults. Dude, I have kids. Neither one of you guys have kids.
I don't have kids, but I...
Well, that's fine. You are a kid. So you need to be prepared.
What's the best that can happen? You keep your kids alive for an extra week, and then what?
What is wrong with you? Why would you even ask that question?
What does that mean?
As
Like-
opposed to what? Just like, the apocalypse, just open the front door and go out and play? Have fun, boot them in the ass? Yeah, you keep them alive as long as
character building.
possible. The secret to surviving the apocalypse is not to live a really long time. It's just to outlive everybody else. And then
Because then it gets easier?
Yeah, it does. It's easier, Gavin,
That's
because there's a whole
fair
big
play.
world out there full of supplies.
That actually makes sense now.
It does.
If you live 2 weeks longer than everyone else, easy pickings.
Yeah.
What do you think we get to
Until
apocalypse
everything
level? Like,
starts-
what's an apocalypse? 50% of the people
50
dying?
Anything over 50.
Are the lights super bright today? Am I crazy?
You're crazy.
Do we have new lights?
They're not saying anything.
To me...
No?
It's normal.
An
Same.
apocalypse isn't just
feel
like
like they're
people
super bright.
dying, but it's like society breaking down. There could be 10% of people dead, but if laws...
10% of people die in the world, Chris, society will break down.
Yeah.
10?
I mean,
Like...
10%?
What's
Yeah.
that, like
People go
700
nuts.
million
One
people?
out of every
Yeah.
10 people die? Yeah, people will go apeshit. I mean, remember Katrina? I mean, a bunch of water got in the ground, and people started sniping at doctors and hospitals.
True.
That was crazy.
That's true.
Okay, so this is, speaking of Katrina, this is my, these are 5-year shelf life rations. And they're meant to be kept in like a maritime environment. So you keep them on a boat. In fact, it's covered in warnings about how to use them on a boat. Like never drink with seawater. So don't do that.
Okay.
Even if you mix the
So
seawater with fresh
you're not
water.
following the rules by keeping them in a cupboard, probably.
That's just their use, and I use them. So they have a 5-year shelf life. These were manufactured.
What makes them specific to maritime then?
I think they were intended for that use, but no, there's not
okay.
It's not like they're like 100 less calories on land or
It's
anything like
themed
that.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Red Lobster.
It has a mirror and a flotation device in it. It says instructions for emergencies: lifeboat, life raft at sea. Eat 1 bar every 6 hours per person. Eat in small pieces. Chew well.
So it's not like an
Other
MRE.
emergencies on land: eat 1 bar every 4 hours per person. Eat in small pieces.
Is it just
chew well.
cold? It's not like a chemical heater to cook the food? Like
I believe it's just
like
bars.
army
I'm going to
stuff?
open it. I've actually never tried these. These were manufactured about 1.5 years ago, January of last year.
So they still have 4 more years.
So it's got these little things in it right here. This little nugget.
It looks like kind of like a granola bar, or
I'll
maybe
give that
like
to
a
you.
part of a Rice
individually
Krispie treat.
wrapped. But this package here, so if you want to see, this is how big the actual package is. So this has, for reference, I'm holding something that's about a cube. What do you say, about 3.5 inches cube?
Probably more than that.
I think
5?
so. 4? 4 inches cubed.
5.
5 inches cubed.
It's not 5.
4.
Stop. It fits in my hands.
4.5.
And it's got 3,600 calories in this thing. So these wafers are 200 calories each. So this would last you, if you ate 1,200 calories a day, which you wouldn't want to do, but you could survive on. This is 3 days of food, like right here. This is everything you need besides water.
What's the flavor?
I don't know. I think it's survival flavored. Here you go. Have one of those. There you go. Nice catch, Gus.
Thank you.
Ooh, Gavin.
It reminds me of like marzipan.
Oh, it's bloody rock solid.
No, mine
Yeah,
broke
they're pretty
apart
dense. It does say
instantly.
to chew it well.
Can I take a bite?
I don't think you'll see these at a coffee shop. Go for it,
Don't
dude.
eat into the mic.
So, are you allergic
For
to
the love
anything,
of
Chris?
God,
Chris,
do
are
not
you
eat into
allergic
the
to
mic.
anything that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Are you allergic to the apocalypse?
What's the flavor?
Because this thing is like 20% histamine.
So why don't we just eat this crap?
Exactly right. So that's like
why mess around
that's
with, like,
why
sushi and stuff?
I'm doing the housekeeping on
How
this
you-
thing because I
how'd you
talked
open
about
it?
it previously.
See, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, Gus, you're so annoyed by the apocalypse.
I'm so
Oh,
put out.
I broke
can't be
mine.
bothered. Yeah, see? The apocalypse is fun and games until you break your wafer.
The last one I tried were like dense lemon bars.
All right, here we go. Finally opened it.
It just smells like a crappy shortbread.
Yeah, it smells got like maybe a coconut smell. Maritime.
No, I think there's a lot of coconut oil in it because they can pack a lot of calories in it.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
I mean, you'd be miserable eating this,
It's
but
like a bad cookie.
yeah. It's like a cookie someone squished
It's
together.
not bad. It's like a mediocre cookie.
It's not bad.
it needs a bit of hot sauce or something.
I could live on
Hot
this.
sauce. I can live on this if you had to. So,
If, I had
if you
to.
think like
push come to shove, I can live a couple weeks on this.
so for perspective, if you have 10 of these cubes, then you have a month of food. So a month of food would take up about this much room for somebody.
For one person.
A month of food get you through a month. Of
That's
like survival
awesome,
stuff.
actually.
Yeah. That's what I like about it.
So what do you? So when you shit,
Go ahead.
the stuff you eat always comes out as a smaller piece of shit than what you ate.
Yeah.
But nothing's ever bigger in shit form.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Doesn't gain momentum on the way through or anything.
But like, if you ate all of that, how big? So that would last 3 days. Are you saying I would poo less than that in 3 days?
Yeah. You'd poo less than that in 3 days.
I want to eat this stuff all the time.
Yeah, because you just save time on pooing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you put out by pooing?
It's
Well,
just
this
annoying,
is the stuff.
you know,
I,
it's
this
just
is the
it takes
stuff
up
I eat
time.
all the time, which is now the 100% food, which is the replacement stuff. You can
So you don't eat
shake
food
it.
anymore.
I wouldn't say no. I make sure I eat a little bit of solid food every day because I don't want to lose my ability to digest solid food. Right.
Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to lose your ability to digest food.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
You go out for a meal with friends and die.
I don't want to reacclimate to food. So
But I got a big bucket. It's
go
just
ahead.
A big bucket.
I want
of
to hear
like,
about Chris's big bucket.
No, it was on Amazon. I was like, I want to have stuff. So
Yeah. Okay.
and I was like, what can I do that will? I want something I can like either put in my car really easily, or just not like barricade the door and then live off my bucket. And you know, it said it would feed a family. I think.
Bucket living.
So walk around.
Did you eat the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm picturing like a piece
want
of
another
tape
one?
on the side of a bucket. This is like Chris's life bucket, and it's right by the door. And you're like looking up the window every now and then. You're like, is it the apocalypse? No, okay.
Just you and me, bucket.
And then you look out one day, it's on fire. You're like, all right, bucket, now's our time.
It's cool though because I also put like a little
You're gonna be laying starving in the gutter. Zombies chasing you or something, radiation sickness, and here will be fucking Chris coming along with his bucket, and then you will apologize to him.
You'll be smiling, having a great day.
Gus put that entire like day's worth of food into his mouth, and now he can't swallow it.
The crumbs everywhere.
It does say chew it very well. It's like lambus bread.
Wait,
that's what it's like.
it's exactly what it's
You don't
like.
chew it, though.
But it's not as tasty, but it's good.
What if
Have you had lambus bread?
Well, I mean, as described.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like-
What if you just snapped it off and swallowed it like a pill? Would it expand in your stomach or something? Why do you have to chew it so well?
I
think
I don't understand that.
I don't know.
It really turns into a paste in your mouth.
Like,
Yeah.
surely, if you have
I
something,
think it's because it's like pure coconut oil, basically.
if you just had this appear in your stomach, surely it would last longer because your stomach would have to break it down.
No, but it use more calories. Oh, it might use. I don't know. It might use more calories breaking it down in your stomach versus chewing
So
it
you
up
might
in your
like
mouth.
lose energy to.
Yeah, maybe.
But then you have
So you're
to use
basically helping
your
your
muscles
stomach.
to chew,
That's
though.
true.
Yeah, it's like which costs more.
Right.
I'm
was
actually
thinking-
mashing it up with a hammer. No, that's energy in your hand. Damn it.
Running it
Just
over
eat your
in a
food.
car.
Just eat your food. What are you guys doing in there? You guys are like running the most efficient apocalypse of all time.
We're just trying to make the food last longer. We're on your side. We're
But I
doing-
have this
we're doing
stuff.
now.
I actually have gas masks, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Gas
Oh
mask.
wow, that's
You know
good.
the model? Did you see the Model X came out from Tesla and it has a biohazard button? Okay, that's
What's that for?
What is?
it's to like air seal the car in case
What?
you're like driving through a biohazard area.
That's so cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
That is cool though
No.
because you're like you're gonna be like see a poison cloud and you're like, hang on guys,
Go ahead.
I got this.
And
And
get
you
it.
just
then-
drive right through.
And
like,
then the car comes to a halt as everyone inside suffocates to
Yeah,
death
exactly right.
before you get to the poison
Then
cloud.
you die. Like how much air is enough air, like to
5.
live on? Like if you sealed me in a car,
5.
About a
a
bucket
normal
worth.
SUV, is it a weekend? Am I
No
living?
way. In an SUV?
I'm saying airtight.
Yeah, no way.
No?
You could not last a weekend.
I think it depends if you're asleep or not.
Let's assume like just a normal day. Start off awake, then fall asleep.
Let's say,
Do I use more when I'm asleep or less?
I think you'd lose less, don't you?
I can use less.
it would also depend on the how high up you are in elevation because there's more.
Let's just ballpark this, guys. This
level.
is hypothetical.
You would use way less. 'cause
Sea
you don't
level,
breathe in your
noon
sleep.
on a Saturday. I'm well rested from the night before.
Is it a vacuum?
What does it mean? Is it a vacuum? It's airtight. It's airtight.
Air seal. I bet you couldn't last a day.
Oh, you're full of it.
In an SUV?
And you die of what? Carbon dioxide poisoning?
Well,
Right.
you would take the cubic amount of air, right? And then every breath is a certain amount. And then every breath in, you take like 21% of the oxygen.
Is
No,
it
that's not
21%?
right.
You breathe
No.
out a significant
No,
amount of
the
oxygen.
oxygen is 21% of the atmosphere,
Right.
and you take 6 or 7. I don't
We
know.
went through this in The Martian.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
did. He caused a big problem for himself by breathing out.
Did you hear about the Minecraft streamer?
Oh,
who
God.
burnt his
Oh,
apartment?
was that what the Japanese guy
I
was?
saw that video.
Yeah, like he was like messing with something.
He got an oil lighter as a gift, and he was showing it off on his webcam to his
Did he get
live
it from one of the
stream.
viewers?
I don't know who he got. Where
I'm going to buy those for all my favorite
And
streamers.
he filled it with oil, lit it, and
It just like exploded in his
it
hand.
basically started two fires. It started a fire
No,
from him.
that's the big mistake.
Yeah, he
Look at that
tossed the
bag.
match
Look at that bag to the left.
into a bag of tissue.
And then
But
he
here's-
takes the bag of tissue into the corner and throws cardboard
I know,
boxes
he's
on
like,
it.
I'll smother it with cardboard.
It's like
I just gotta say, streaming pro tip. If you're gonna be on camera, move the enormous bag of used tissues just a little bit off camera, just for everybody's sake.
There's a lot of
basically,
specimen.
Yeah. So he burned down his apartment with his.
He burned down.
Oh,
he
he's got a
burned
big
down.
bag of clear
Everyone's giving him shit for like the way he handled this, and I'm sure he was panicked. But surely in like panic situations, you just do like raw instinct, and his instinct was to put cardboard boxes over it.
Maybe the fire hypnotized him. It was like a god to him.
What
He was
a
like,
dipshit.
"Feed me."
Did anyone die?
Yes, one person died.
One person
no,
died.
somebody died
Someone
in that?
died from that.
Yeah, it burned 3 different apartment buildings. Multiple people had to go to the hospital, and one of his neighbors died.
Oh my
you-
god, I didn't know that.
God.
That's really awful.
Can you imagine if they were watching the stream?
They probably would have known. They'd probably be a little more alert. That's crazy.
They'd be like, what an idiot. Where does that guy live? It's like, I had no idea that you're on the parking lot with the guy covered in a blanket and all stood all over your face going, I'm a huge fan, dude.
I've always bought fire extinguishers for my house. I've never had to use them. And I've always thought maybe it was a waste of money, but then I watched that like, no, I'm absolutely glad that I have fire extinguishers
I'm pretty
in my
sure I'm
house.
fire extinguisherless at my house. I'm pretty sure. I need to get some fire extinguishers.
I'm pretty sure everyone's fire extinguisher at home, because they're not like workplace ones. They're like mini ones, like you could fit under the sink. I'm pretty sure they're useless.
No.
All right.
They're still fun.
Fun or effective? Because I want a fire extinguisher to be effective.
Like they
I'm
empty
sure they're
so
effective.
fast.
I know in like in high school, me and my friends would
on.
get little fire extinguishers and play with them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, there's basically 3 different kinds of fire extinguishers, and 2 of them are perfectly fine to play with and like, you know, you can spray people. One is the CO2 ones, that's the big fog ones.
Yeah.
That's like the ones we had on immersion. And I made sure we tested those. The other kind is the ones that just have water in them. Those are super old school, like
Yeah.
pressurized water. You can spray those. We used to do that in my grandmother's apartment building. Every time they replaced the fire extinguishers, we'd take them down and spray each other.
It's like a Laurel and Hardy skit.
It's
Or
that
Three
third
Stooges.
kind, which is the chemical sand, whatever the hell that is,
The
in
foam
there.
stuff.
That is awful. Well, I guess there are foam ones too. I consider like the CO2 ones, but no, there's this like foam stuff that some of these fire extinguishers spray out, and it's like it dries out the air. I don't know how else to describe it. It like sucks every bit of moisture
I
out of
was
the air.
waiting to see which one you said was the one not to play with, and I was going to cross-reference that with the one fire extinguisher that I fired at Dan. Same one.
Was it? Was it the powder one? That just it's. And did he hack and cough for hours?
He almost collapsed.
Yeah.
I love how you're laughing about it. He almost
He
died.
didn't die. It was just like he couldn't breathe anywhere. So you know what I found out? We were trying to blow up different liquids. If you take one of those firecrackers, and,
Who's we? The Slomo guys?
yeah,
Slomo.
if you take one of those firecrackers and weigh it down and drop it into water, the fuse will still go. If you drop it into gasoline, it goes out.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So you're saying if someone has a stick of dynamite,
Throw it in
you'd be like,
gasoline?
quick, put it in gasoline.
Well, whatever that particular fuse was made out of, it couldn't stay ignited.
Follow
in there.
up question:
I'm sure there's a very good reason for that.
why are you throwing firecrackers in gasoline?
Yeah, really. Well, how did you discover that?
To make an explosion. What do you think? What kind of question
Is it
that?
like you're talking about like petrol or diesel?
petrol?
Wow. Okay.
Do you see the guy who?
That's dangerous, dude.
That's dangerous.
Do not mess around with gas and fire. Just don't do it.
Have
Small
you seen it?
amounts
Have
are
you seen
very
our
combustible.
safeties? Our safety checks?
That's
Sorola
true.
guys?
You are very thorough.
Yeah, I've seen it. Well, you're gonna be fucking kidding me.
You laughed because Dan almost died. You were literally laughing about it a second ago.
You covered him like burning oil at one point. I
Look,
remember.
we had a B-type fire extinguisher on standby.
Did you? It's for a barrel.
For your
So you
beat.
get-
There was a guy at a gas station who was filling up his car, and he saw a spider, and he decided to kill the spider with a fire.
with the lighter.
Yeah.
What?
So he tried to light the spider on fire, and he did.
It was
but also
right-
his car and the gas.
It was
tank.
like on his car next to the gas tank.
Have you not seen that video?
Idiot.
He's a
Oh my
fucking
god!
idiot.
And then it's on fire, and then he pulls the nozzle
Oh,
out.
God, what an idiot! Do you think at the moment it all caught fire, he was like, "Oh yeah"?
I used to think
Fire also kills people.
people always fuck up with that in fire. But do you remember the? I think it was in Rome when the fire chief was doing the demonstration, Gus, of how dangerous fire is, and he's lighting the fire in the town square, and the mayor's there. and then the canister that he's using to spray like some kind of fuel for this fire, it itself catches on fire. So he starts shaking it, and then he starts throwing fire everywhere. And then he like throws it to the side and makes an arc of fire that covers the mayor and a bunch of other people, and they all go running away. Patrick, I'll see if I can
I
find
mean,
that. I'll send it to
technically,
you.
he proved his point.
Yep, Byron
He did.
Peters.
He really proved his point.
While you look that up, I want to read this.
I want before we get too far away from it, and you can read that because I'm really interested in what you have to read there. But what's ironic or what's interesting to me about the Minecraft streamer who lit his house on fire, the very first video I ever saw from Minecraft was the dude in the game
Lighting his
that
house
lit his
on
house
fire.
on fire.
Yeah.
And that's how I first learned about that game. I thought, that game looks like fun. I was like, why is that a big deal? Did he find all that stuff and build that house himself? Be like, yeah. It's like, oh, what an idiot. I gotta play this game.
It was totally like it could have been real life.
All right.
I'm using mainly a razor to shave my neck, but I love Dollar Shave Club. 'cause
Why
they're
bother shaving
a
your neck?
Disruptive company. I like that.
I've got weird hairs that grow like out of my Adam's apple, like right here.
Your Adam's apple's serious. How
Yeah,
come
no,
I've never
I do
noticed
it.
that?
Do a profile of that. That's foul.
It's like your nose.
Wow, that's serious.
Dude, can you make it move?
Whoa!
What is one? Like, if you were to pull one out, what does it look like?
I don't know what that is. Is it on the outside of the esophagus or is it on the inside?
Why do we have them?
Piece of apple.
Like, what's the
And why
practical
don't girls
purpose?
have them?
Mariel, why don't you have one? Likely answer. She
Let me look it
claims
up.
to not know.
You want me to look it up? Hey, Patrick, I sent you that world's worst fire demonstration. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's see it. Oh, this is already bad. Oh. Where'd you say this was? This was Rome?
Oh, here he goes. This is it. This is it. So he's got a canister with some fuel in it.
Oh, God!
Then he's like, oh, nope. Then he throws this thing. Boosh! Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I love his reaction was to chuck that thing and he took it right into the crowd. Oh, my God.
That's a
Hope
trained professional.
everybody's okay.
Yeah.
So imagine how we'd react.
What were we just talking about?
You were going to
Adam's apple.
Yeah, Adam's apples. You want to take guesses before?
Like what it is?
It's got to be something to
I
do
think it's
with
just
cartilage.
well,
isn't it?
making your voice deeper or something. Cause
So if I pulled it out,
right?
would you not talk as deep?
It's a weak spot, right? I mean, that's the only reason it exists.
Okay, Adam's apple, is it on the inside of the esophagus or the trachea or the outside?
I think it's on the
Inside or
outside.
I think it's on the outside too.
If it was
think
in
it's
your
on-
esophagus,
It feels like
then
it's
girls
on
would be able to eat faster. It makes sense. What?
All right. That's it. We're done. 344 episodes. That was it. You saw it right here. We experienced it together.
Anybody want to guess what the actual official name of the Adam's apple is?
Apelia adamia.
It is the laryngeal prominence, often referred to as the Adam's apple. A feature of the human neck is the lump or protrusion that is formed by the angle of the thyroid cartilage surrounding the larynx.
Gus, your prominence looks really good today.
It's very prominent.
Looks very prominent.
I know where my larynx is.
What's the larynx?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. But it's like I couldn't, like, if you said draw a larynx on a piece of paper, I wouldn't.
It sounds like I'd draw some sort of cat.
If it's like a valve of any sort,
that would be accurate. I think for you.
That's it.
everything on the
Dickhead,
inside
like the
looks
guy
like
who
a
quit his
vagina.
job.
No, there was also
Everything
last
on the
week there was
inside.
a guy in.
Well, everything's like valve looking, isn't it? And it like breathes through, and it just looks like.
Do you
Like, I
think
could
are you
have
saying
sex with that.
vaginas look like valves? Do you
No, it just
do you
looks
get turned on? Like looking at your water hose, like the little thing.
It looks like unbelievable.
So larynx is just the vocal cords. That's the whole shebang there?
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, because when you lose your voice when you get laryngitis. Right?
Yes,
what, Gus?
that is true.
We're,
That is correct.
We're breaking this down here for
You
you.
also lose your voice when you get hit in the head and you get knocked out.
But
Someone,
they don't call it laryngitis when that happens.
someone, on,
Lord.
someone on Twitter is saying that
You also lose your voice when you die flying an airplane.
the Adam's apple is a secondary sexual characteristic for men.
So
That's
it's just
secondary
yeah,
to what?
we know that though.
so it's just for like
it's just
mating.
Secondary to what? What's our primary?
It says the Adam's apple is a secondary sexual characteristic for men, like boobs are for women. I need some.
I
need some
That's a
sources.
Bad, that's not.
or some.
Yeah, but I would
some
not compare
clarification
this
here.
to boobs.
Yeah, I don't know any girl who thinks an Adam's apple is attractive.
You and Adam's apples, Mariel? No, she is not.
Right?
She was very quick on the answer.
Absolutely not.
Can you imagine if you had to wear like special clothes to like cover up and like hide
Yes.
or like show little parts of your Adam's apple?
Maybe that's why
You
priests
get like
wear
this is the
thing.
cleavage right here. You're like trying to show off like just
Dressing
a
it
little
up.
bit, yeah.
I do
So
it.
in the American South, this is according to Wikipedia, in the American South, the Adam's apple is colloquially referred to as the goozle.
Nope.
Never heard that in my life. The goozle. Oh, I just got punched in the goozle. Why do you think?
I don't know, doctor. My goozle's just been sore lately.
It's like you're hitting on a girl at the bar, and your buddy's like, "Hey, goozle, pay attention."
Goozle oozing.
I can't find what's the primary sex characteristic of men.
I don't
The
know.
penis side.
The deep voice.
Oh, I got one of those. I'm okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Demarais.
I just want to make sure I'm checking all the boxes. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I just
Get
wanna-
your goozle, you get your penis.
I Google.
You gotta make sure your goozle looks good. Make sure your penis looks good.
Goozle.
It is weird that how like an attractive thing on a girl can be the emission of something.
Go
Right?
on.
Like,
Wait. Attracting something on a girl can be an emission?
Okay, go ahead.
No.
I'm sorry. I was looking at
Omission.
Goozle.
Omission.
An omission
Not-
of something.
not
Okay,
emission.
totally different. I thought it was
Oh.
emission. I was okay.
No, I don't think the lack of an Adam's apple is attractive.
no,
I
but
mean,
like a girl's smooth neck is attractive, and like a girl's lack of penis, even though you're not seeing anything.
It's all valves.
You just can see that there's no penis there. Is attractive, isn't it? As a straight man.
Yeah.
What?
so let's say you meet
could
somebody
say
new.
a penis is a lack of vagina. It's all your frame of reference. That's
but
what
a
I'm
penis-
laughing
A
at.
penis is external, and it like bulges through jeans. But the lack of that is attractive to me.
But you could also, what about what? No, but it works the opposite way. The boobs are the increase of a chest versus the
Right.
lack. Like
There you go. Yes, very good.
Yeah, there you go, Gav.
There you go, Gavin. That's your perfect woman. There's nothing going on down there.
The lack of everything.
But you can slide your
But,
dick
like,
what
between
is
those legs,
that?
no problem.
What is that?
It's a Barbie.
Is that put that back up again? Look at the distance between her thighs for a Barbie. I never really got the whole like. I mean, I'm sure they measured the proportions of Barbie and thought it was ridiculous. But I can see it there. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Also, that waist to hip ratio is crazy.
Well, that's what they always say, but I guess I've just seen so many like ridiculous cartoons and stuff that like, and I've seen like women in like corsets, like real women in those, and I've seen that on a person. That's ridiculous, though. That looks like somebody with a hip condition. That her legs are so far apart.
So you don't know what I'm talking about.
Wait, the lack of a penis is what makes a woman attractive. I think we're all
No,
going
I mean
along.
just like the physical look of that.
But what about boobs?
Oh,
Boobs are the.
do you think about that? Every time you're attracted to a woman? Is that what you think, though? Or do you think that's an attractive woman? Or do you walk up to ladies and go, hey, nice no dick? Is that
hey baby, I noticed you got nothing down there.
what good help, but notice you don't have a penis because I looked at your pants.
I think
and I happen to find that very attractive.
I think I'm not wrong, but I don't know how to explain it.
What you're saying is that
It makes total sense to me, though.
you're saying that you find something attractive due to its absence of something.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, like something is attractive because it doesn't have something. Whereas normally you don't know, like, you don't think a kitten is cute because it doesn't have horns. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing.
So people are clarifying that secondary sex characteristics aren't necessarily attractive. It's just that they appear after puberty.
So
Oh.
hair as well, I guess.
Right. So
Wait,
probably,
so you don't get your Adam's apple until after puberty?
I guess.
Really?
Yeah, it comes in hard.
So Chris' thing about the deep voice might have something to do with it.
And also someone else is saying that both males and females actually have Adam's apples, but they're just more prominent in males.
Oh, what a bummer! Because everybody thinks that's like an indication that somebody's a dude, and I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out there who have a prominent Adam's apple because it actually physically, anatomically exists in women. Right? Is that what you're seeing there?
That's what they're
it
saying.
just
Yeah.
doesn't bulge out.
well, it's like
It's not a
it's like
prominence.
man nipples.
It's not a prominence. It's not a laryngeal prominence. It's
a
a
goozle.
It's a goozle.
Goozle. Yeah, there's quite a few people saying that actually.
So that's interesting. That's got to be a pain in the ass. I wonder if, like, you were a person who had a prominent Adam's apple, a lady, could you get that reduced in some way?
We'll have it like
That'd be
chipped
tough
away.
though, because it's your neck, man. Like,
Yeah. They don't do a lot of plastic surgery on necks, do they?
Um,
No? I'm looking at my neck now. I'm collapsing my neck. The CAPTCHA. I understand what a CAPTCHA is, and I understand what it does. Except I keep running into a CAPTCHA in a place where I don't understand why they have a CAPTCHA there.
Plain Wi-Fi?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Buying Wi-Fi on a plane.
Why do they?
Why
have
the fuck is there a
Why
CAPTCHA
is there
there?
a CAPTCHA on a Wi-Fi on a plane? Why does that exist?
Would they be running bots to buy Wi-Fi? Like, Who wouldn't be human trying
It's
to buy
on
Wi-Fi?
the payment page.
yeah.
It's on the payment page. After you pay, then
made
you type
me-
in the captcha, then you get access.
It made me not want to buy the Wi-Fi. I was like, who do you
Okay,
think?
I'm glad I'm not the only person that this bothers.
It's by far the most bizarre place to see one of those.
Yeah.
We should explain it better. We haven't explained it really, have we?
Well, when you log on to use Wi-Fi on a plane, they ask you account information like your address and your credit card information. You do all that, you buy it. It's like $8 to have Wi-Fi on a domestic flight. Then it comes up and says, "Hey, here's a captcha. Type it in." It's always 5 letters, and you just type it in, and then you say, "Okay, now you can have access." But it's a whole different step that it makes you go through after you've paid for the service. Like, want to make sure that you're a human on a plane.
Yeah. There's only like
After you've already paid.
Yeah.
there's only a couple hundred people who can possibly be doing that.
Or let's just say somebody's like gets into first class, they have a fucking laptop, they set it up, it's got 80 bots on it that all log on to the Wi-Fi in the plane. Why would they want to stop that? Like, what's that person doing? Like, is it just they just put it in because they feel like they have to?
But it's on the payment page. So it's like, do they want to stop 80 bots from paying?
That's what I'm saying.
Just let it happen.
What's the behavior that they're preventing there with the captcha?
Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing I can think of.
There's got to be somebody who's asked this
I've
question.
thought about this before.
It's weird because you're in a captive, like, you're in a position where it's like you're waiting for your Wi-Fi to connect. Like, why am I doing this? I don't have to do this captcha thing on anything else.
Any other internet you
In a
connect to.
hotel where I'm convinced every node in a hotel is like a Russian hacker set it up. I'm convinced of that. And yet there's still no captchas on
Free
any of that
hotel
stuff.
Wi-Fi. Like,
Yeah.
No. I'll always use a hard line. I will look in my room and I will find an Ethernet cable and I will always
Do you have a
connect.
Thunderbolt to Ethernet?
Sometimes
Yes.
they don't have them.
In fact,
I used to do that. I used to go through all that trouble.
I got it right here.
Why is that in your pocket?
I had to use it earlier.
I have one too. I have one in my bag.
Are you really glad I asked you if I had that today?
What a weird coincidence. Yeah, I travel with that everywhere.
But then I know-
and I also have a VPN service I use. So I connect, then immediately VPN.
Just for no reason, just other than to...
'Cause I'm convinced
your-
everyone's trying to steal my
They can
shit.
steal it through a VPN.
Yeah, it's a lot harder though.
If they're between like someone who has one and doesn't,
doesn't?
they're
Yeah.
like, well, screw this guy. We'll go to the next person.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't see how wired is safer than Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi just broadcasts your shit out to everywhere. Anyone can listen to it, especially if it's an open Wi-Fi with no password.
Yeah, it's rare though in an airport. I mean,
A hotel, they're almost all open. Like you put up, like there's no. When I'm saying no password to connect into the network.
Oh, right, but there's like a later step.
Right.
Oh, okay, I
It's
see
like
what you
a
mean.
later step to get access.
Patreon got hacked.